friends, and welcome to the first Sunday in Lent. In our last video, we talked about how Lent is a time for us to reflect on ourselves and on our relationship with God. And what better place to start than at the beginning of, well, everything. You're all probably familiar with the creation story, the very first story in the Bible. It goes through God's process of creating the whole world. Day 1, separating light from the dark. Day 2, separating the sea and the sky. Day 3, creating land and plants. Day 4, creating the moon, sun, and stars. Day 5, creating the creatures of sky and sea. And Day 6, creating all other animals and people. It says in Genesis chapter 2, verse 7, that the Lord God formed man from the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and the man became a living being. Sound familiar? If you went to the Ash Wednesday service last week and received the imposition of ashes, you may have heard the pastor say, "Remember that you are dust, and to dust you shall return." This is referring to the creation story when it says that humans were formed from the dust of the earth. The creation story also tells us that we are formed in God's own image. We are designed to be reflections of God. However, the story points out an important distinction. God is God, but we are formed from dust. While we are dust, it's important to recognize, though, that we aren't insignificant dust. The creation story talks about God forming people from the dust with his own hands. Psalm 139 says this, "For it was you who formed my inward parts. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made." While we aren't perfect, we are perfectly created. You are designed exactly as God meant for you to be, fearfully and wonderfully made. God took special care in creating each and every one of us because he loves us a whole lot. That's what Lent and Easter are all about, looking at the great lengths that God has gone to for us because he loves us, how he created this amazing world and all of us, how he has always been there to care for us, and how he made an incredible sacrifice to save us.